to the Skol Purple podcast as we are ready to continue our off-season talk here, gentlemen. Once again, Carson with Tony and David. And I'm going to go ahead and start talking about this one. Patriots going to interview Coach Keenan McCardell, current Vikings wide receiver coach. I am going to, first of all, say it would be a terrible loss for the Vikings because I think he's done a really good job as wide receivers coach. And I'm going to throw something out that sounds probably extremely ludicrous, which I have never done before in my life. But I think, what if the Minnesota Vikings decide to part ways or demote Wes Phillips and let Keenan McCardell be the offensive coordinator just so he can stay? And who knows, maybe give a little bit better voice and help KOC with some of these ways to get JJ the ball a little bit better. I don't know. David?
I'm with it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't want him going to New England at all, not even to get a cup of coffee. Keep this guy in-house. I mean, he was a decent receiver when he was in the NFL. I mean, what he has done with Stephon Diggs in Maryland and what he's done with JJ in Minnesota, I mean, you got to keep this guy around. You have to. I mean, me personally, if I was KLC, I would have just blocked it and would have just said, no, you're not poaching anybody from my coaching staff.
See, I don't know if you can block it if it's an upward move.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So,
which is unfortunate. But
so I'm with you, Carson. Maybe you should try something creative like co-offensive coordinators, something like that. Get creative because we need this guy in the building. And just think about KJ Osborne. You know, I'm not saying he's all world, but he's turned into a decent receiver.
And I know we only saw a snippet of him, but Jalen Naylor, he didn't look too bad in his short time. Is that credit to Jalen Naylor? Maybe a little bit, but also maybe a little credit to old Keenan McCardell, the wide receivers coach. Tony, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, what a feather in the cap of McCardell if he would have been able to get something of value out of Rager. But I don't think he had enough time. Obviously, he came mid-season. But, maybe we'll see what he can do with him next year if he's still around. My thought on the McCardell potential move to offensive coordinator with the Patriots, I'm with you guys. I don't want to lose this guy. I think he's been a great position coach. He has a proven track record now of being able to develop talent. And all the players just sing his praises. I know that, and maybe you may remember this or not, but certainly it's something I remember when KOC took over this team. It's very common for new coaches to obviously bring in their own guys that they know, they are comfortable with. And I remember specifically the kind of rumor mill came to fruition and was confirmed that the Vikings receivers lobbied to keep McCardell on the staff as a holdover. And, and I'm not saying that, and I think he even said this in his press conference about it, not that he needed it. I think his resume spoke for itself, but it does matter that the players like him and they want him around. We saw how toxic it got with a guy like Zimmer. When you lose the respect and the ability to connect with your players, it's really tough to be able to coach guys in that environment. So that speaks to him, his ability, again, to coach guys, but not to the point where he loses their respect or he loses their focus. So, I mean, it's one of those things where he seems like a great guy and you wish the best for him. And certainly being offensive coordinator for the Patriots, it would be a great opportunity for him. Selfishly, I hope he doesn't go to the Patriots. So we'll see. And maybe this is why Adam Thielen might be a little not so happy. If you want to hear more about that, by the way, we have another video. Go check it out on our channel about Adam Thielen and his unhappiness. But, maybe losing McCardell or the potential could be weighing on Thielen's mind.
And that's a unique situation too, because Keenan McCardell was a number 2 receiver he was the number 2 receiver in Tampa with Keyshawn. So
Right.
who else, So Thielen's acting this way. You have a number 2 guy who won 2 Super Bowls. And I think that reaches the room a whole lot more. Here's a decent receiver that won 2 Super Bowls, that wasn't the guy, but made plays when it was time to make plays and was consistent. So you might want to go through a wall for a guy like that, because he's been there and done that. You want to go where he's been. And I think receivers coming in respect that.
Absolutely. So let's keep Keenan McCardell at all costs, and all will be well in Minnesota Vikings land. That is going to do it, I think, for this video. And hopefully by the time you watch this, Keenan McCardell is still the Vikings wide receivers coach, or on the Vikings staff at the very least. So as always, gentlemen,
Skol.
Skol.
Go.